For the listener's discretion, this podcast contains strong language and adult themes that may not be suitable for children. These are not the views of the radio station or its affiliates.
Can we stop the arguing? Can we take a moment where we can calm down? It's just so exhausting. Swinging in the wind, going round and round. I know that we won't say sorry. You beg and I plead, but my heart can't beat until I feel the vibrations. I wanna give you vibrations. I know that we won't say sorry until I feel the vibrations. I wanna give you vibrations, baby. I see me addressing you. Let me put the smile right onto your face, tracing every inch of you. Using my tongue to find your happy place. I know that we can't play naughty. You beg and I plead, and you pull my heartstrings until I feel the vibrations. I wanna give you vibrations. I know that we won't say sorry until I feel the vibrations. I wanna give you vibrations, baby. Until I feel the vibrations. I wanna give you vibrations. I know that we won't say sorry until I feel the vibrations. I wanna give you.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, hey, hey.
What was that?
Well, no, that was me. That was me telling the dogs to leave.
I'm like, what was this? What was that move?
Yeah, no, that was me. That was my hand signal for them to leave.
Get out of here right now.
Yeah,
Stop playing.
I've gotten trained for hand signals just for this instance. Get up! No.
You understand
Get
right
look
now.
right now.
What was it? Kung Fu Louie? Was that the name of that cartoon back in the day?
Oh yeah.
That's what you look like. That's what you look like that. What's up, guys? What's up, everybody out there? Good evening. Good evening to everybody. Thank you for being with us, for going down on the mic. We are very, 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 very happy to have you with us. Thank you so much for being here with us. We appreciate all of you guys. I'm sitting here still editing some stuff out. Y'all just don't know. Y'all just don't even know what it takes.
What it takes. That's it. What it takes. People
Some
running
nights.
doctor's appointments, running back, doing this, getting groceries, doing that, running at the last minute to the store to get something to drink. All right, just so I'm not sitting here going, "How you doing? Are you all right?" Yeah, all that.
Actually, I'm looking at my other drink right there.
You know, I got so tired of the other drink thing. I just said, you know what? I am now going to.
Oh my gosh.
I am now going to break it out.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Now understand,
I'm not surprised.
that is smaller, that is bigger than my normal one.
It's something like a Hoarders episode every time I deal with you. You can't just have one anything. Not one
Okay,
thing.
let me clear that up real quick. I have one wife. Okay,
Wait,
let's not even get that.
Let me turn my big light off. Far too much light. Far too much light.
Because you got me messed up here. No, for the record, I may not have one of everything, but I have one wife. Moni was right. I buy things in multiples, but I got one wife. Keep that stuff.
Okay. I'm just gonna go with the brother on that, and I ain't gonna question it. Him not
Please
going
don't
down the
quit this.
mic showing.
No, trying to get me in the doghouse. No,
I'm
one,
not gonna.
one,
I'm just gonna take the brother's word. I'm gonna take
one,
the brother's
one.
word on it.
Now,
All
I
right.
pull out all kind of camera equipment, but I just got one.
Cameras, lights, cups, everything. Phones. We were just discussing how many phones you have, so we won't even go there.
Well,
So
I'm
now,
so glad that was a private conversation. Thank you very much.
well, I was going to tell the people, look, we were all cut off because our guest tonight. Oh my gosh! Look, we were caught up. We were looking at her website. We were looking at her website, okay, and Chris was totally caught up. It was like he was in school.
Look, let
And
me tell you how bad it was, y'all, because she's trying to sugarcoat it. Let me show you. When a brother break out, the chapstick and the brush, okay, I'm sitting here.
he was grooming himself for our guest today on the show. He was grooming himself. I'm like, what is this sound? I turn around and he said, I'm putting on my juice on my lips or something, after I'm showing
I
him the
can't be rolling
website.
up. Look. As good as I guess looks, I can't be rolling up with chap. I just can't do it. I just can't do. Can't do it.
I showed him
Just because
some of
I'm
the
married, that don't
pictures.
mean I'm blind, doggone it. I can't.
Oh,
See,
he's
see.
not blind. He's not blind after I showed him some of
No,
the
I'm not. I'm not.
he only plays a blind person from time to time. Guys, look, when I say superwoman and doer of all things, beauty, inside out, all around, like she ain't playing. She is not playing.
Yeah, she the type that say she got your back, your front, your
You got to pull
side.
that mic back down. Your glasses knocked it on top of your forehead. You've become discombobulated.
Well, there she go. 12-letter words. 12-letter words. All right.
Many syllables on you today. Many
Yeah, I saw
syllables.
your lips moving. Didn't see that. Dang, she must be talking about me bad. All right.
Yeah,
No, I guess got you covered. Got your back, your front, your side, and your inside.
yeah,
Unreal.
yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. A lot of things coming from our guest today, Dr. Melinda Silva. If you haven't heard of her, she's out of California. Go ahead and look her up. Go ahead and hit that website. Trust me, you won't be listening to anything else we're saying. We looked up. We said, and we got on what at 6:30, something like that.
Yeah,
A lot
6:28.
earlier.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot earlier than what we usually do. I said, Chris, come on and get on because because she's another one of our honorees from out of the Empowered magazine. Okay. She is with the series also. And all of our guests, don't get it twisted, all of our guests have been phenomenal. They've had pages in here, but um, she has 2 pages there. 2 pages there.
Just let that keep the scrolling the whole show.
Right.
Right. Right. Just like that.
And I talked to her briefly right before the show, and she's ready, honey. She's ready to come on and have a good time. And she was saying, well, what do you want to talk about, whatever? Because usually I have them send me a brief brief. And how do you get brief? How do you do brief? I
I
didn't have
think
her.
that is the condensed version.
I didn't have her send me anything. I just told her. I said I just went from this. And I went on your website and I pulled some things. And I'm like, there's so much we could talk about. Let's just go. Go. We'll just go and go from there. That's what we'll do. Um, and we'll see what happens. What's up, Catherine? Said good evening to everyone. What's up, honey? Get ready for it. Get ready for all of this. It's going to be a good time. I have some questions and some things I want to know about and look up. And Chris, when I tell you, when I started bringing this web page up and we were looking, I was bringing some things up on the page before we got on the show. And I looked up at the screen and Chris, not only was he grooming, but he was like this. Well, what's that? Well, explain that to me. Well, what's that do? And what's that about? I said, he's actually interested. Not that he doesn't listen once in a while, for the fact of trying to catch a few things to ask some questions, but he actually was, yeah, every single page I pulled up.
Well,
Hmm.
how long before she comes on?
And the same
Well,
time that all the guests come on,
all
Chris.
right, so I got time then, right?
You know what? I can see her in the virtual waiting room
I
right
got
there.
time.
I can see her in the virtual waiting room. I don't know if she's watching the show also. So act right. Act right. You gonna try and shave before she comes on?
No, just tighten it up a little bit around the edges. That's all. That's all.
It's too late for you to try and get cute. She can see through all that. She's a professional every day, so she knows. She knows. Catherine says, I'm so excited to hear what our guest has to say for tonight. I know, right? Look, I'm telling you, go peep out the website while y'all are waiting. Go peep it out. It's a lot on there. And if you happen to have the magazine, what I'm saying is I'm just saying. I, it speaks for itself, lottie dottie there. It speaks for itself. I have perused it and I have my little things and I've perused the website and we'll throw some pages up when she comes on. And I'm saying I have a few things I want to ask about. And I know she's in California, but I feel like we're best friends now. And I want to know a few things. Can I have just a little tweak in the beak and a little few things there to have done there? That's all. These are just questions. These are just questions because these are the things that the people want to know.
And we
That's
serious.
all.
We not even asking for friends. We asking for us. Okay.
We. How did it become we now? How did it become we? But
I mean, I want to know.
okay, because there are services that she has that are for men also. And like I said, take a look on through there because she does. And then she also was some mental health wellness things on there, PTSD and different things. Like when I say she is touching all things, she's touching all things, honey. So definitely take a look there. What else you got going on? Let's talk about you for a little bit, sir, before we get all off into it. What have you been up to?
Oh man. But well, right now I'm in a push to get everything ready for AZ Fashion Week with Luxon City and the Creative Council. We're going to be doing some fantastic things the last week of October and the first week of November. So I'll be
Woohoo!
working on that. Yeah,
That'll
very
be here before you can blink.
yeah. It's going to be the first time ever that there's been a 2 week fashion show,
Okay.
a full 2 weeks of things regarding fashion in in Arizona. So
Okay.
that's going to be interesting. I've been tagged as the photographer or emeritus or whatever they give you when you're too old to do a whole lot. Uh, but
So you have a wheelchair up front? Is that what they're saying?
don't play because I will show you a picture of it. Okay, it's a 4-wheel drive Jamie. Okay, don't play. No, it's right outside.
Okay.
But yeah, and I've been working a lot with them extensively. We did a casting call Sunday, and we had over 300 people show up.
Oh wow.
And
Oh,
yeah,
that's what that was for. Okay.
and I mean they were lined up like we giving something away. So it was a very interesting day. So I was pleased to be able to be the one to do the casting call headshots. So I know exactly who is there. So don't be sitting there telling me you were there. If I didn't get your picture, you wasn't there.
I
Not as a model anyway.
I saw Tara down there.
I was just gonna say Tara was down there. She came by. You know, we showed each other some love, and I met her nieces from France. And so that was
Ah, yes.
that was wonderful. You know, it was funny. I was in the middle of taking some pictures, and I looked up, and she was coming through the door. And you know, it's that magnet thing. She came through the door, and our eyes met. She's like, "Hey," I was like, "Hey," and she made her way upstairs to me, and we spent a little bit of time talking in between them getting the next set of models ready for me.
Mm-hmm.
So that was very wonderful. I took some pictures of her and her nieces that I'm going to get to her this week, and that's basically it. And, you know, just a full time. It's I like the fact that it is going to be 2 weeks.
So
I
what
like
makes
the
why what is it that's being done that makes it 2 weeks?
We're going to have a fashion hub. We're doing several different locations, several different stages. We're doing a lot of different things within the community, in the area that we're going to be working in. So there are a lot of different things that we're doing. We're doing some outdoor events, weather permitting. So there are a lot of different things that are going on. A lot of different things that I'm not at liberty to divulge too much of it.
Oh,
But
excuse me.
what?
I said, excuse me.
No, I'm still giving you some. I'm
Okay.
saying giving you some. I'm not pinpoint. Hey, get your MapQuest out, coordinates, blah blah blah. You know, but yeah, there are a
So, what
lot of
ages
different.
is this for? Is this like for the public to come to, or is this just
No,
for?
no, this is public. Public can come. There's a website. We'll probably put the information up
Okay.
sometime during the show. But they'll be doing a lot of different things. We're still looking for some vendors. We're still looking for media personnel. We're looking for volunteers. All that information is on the website.
Okay.
And click in, click out, click up, click in any way you can, and do what you got to do to get there. Because
Okay.
this is going to be something that is going to be very, very interesting. 2 weeks, 2 whole weeks.
2 whole weeks.
Right. Not a weekend show that's being told that it's Fashion Week.
Oh,
Not Fashion Week and it's one day. No, it's Fashion Week. 2 weeks.
were shots fired? Hold on.
No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
no. I didn't say anything. I'm just saying I want to be specific about what it is.
Okay.
It's
I'm just
2 weeks.
all right.
Right.
Well,
See, I
Catherine
want to
did.
specify 2 weeks because people hear, well, Fashion Week and it's 2 or 3 days. 4 days.
Right.
I want to make sure that they understand that it is fashion.
Consecutive days.
Yes, yes,
Oh, okay. Okay. So
yes,
that would be the difference that you are saying.
yes,
Okay.
yes. There's something going on each and every day. Something will be going on related to fashion each and every day.
Okay. Well, that is a lot.
Right.
That's a lot. That's a lot, especially for each and every day. Absolutely. Now, and you said all ages. So there's something going on for all ages or not?
No, there's something going on for everybody. There's something going on for everybody. There are going to be, all right, I'm going to say this, so don't get shocked, y'all. There will be plus size models.
What's wrong with that? I think
Nothing.
that's excellent.
No, I'm applauding it.
Okay.
I'm applauding it. There
I
are
think
going to
that's
be
excellent.
models in all kinds of shapes, sizes, ethnicities. I had to practice that word. All right.
All
And
ages.
all ages.
Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, we're working on there's some sponsors that are coming on board that are filling slots. So I'm not sure who, what, where, when, and why, but everybody's going to be represented.
That's beautiful. I
Yeah,
love it. I
yeah,
love inclusion.
yeah, yeah.
I
I
love
think that's what
inclusion.
drew me to the show was the inclusion. When I was sitting there and I was doing the headshots, I really got to see people,
Mm-hmm.
people, and that's what really kind of got me like, wow, there's a lot of folks here doing this. And initially, I don't even remember how many models we had signed up initially, but I know there were quite a few. I know, and me myself, I took over 300 pictures.
That's crazy. That's crazy. We are counting down. We have about a minute. We have about a minute uh before we have the doctor on. She's having some connection problems. Let me see right quick. She is messaging me right here. I can see her down there. I can see you down there, Doc. If you are good, we have you about in a minute coming on, and then I'll bring you right on there in about a minute. You're looking good. I can see you there, and we'll make sure that we can hear you and everything. So no worries, no worries. We'll get it together. That's all right. We'll get it together. Trust me. We've had all types of things happen live on air. Usually it's Chris though. It's usually Chris.
I think what I like is the reminder that we will never remember where we've been without people reminding us where we've been.
Yes, it's just a
Sometimes
trip through history. It's our history.
no,
So
but see, it's only history when you let it go, let it alone for a little while.
it has been. It has been.
Yeah,
So
1 week.
it's
Come on.
it's 7:20. It's 7:20. Let's bring our guest on here. We have Dr. Melinda Silva. Let's bring the beauty on in with our local beast. That would be both of us. How about that? See,
That'll
I'm in
work.
there with you. I'm in there with you. Welcome to
Hi,
the show. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Hi,
I am
how are you?
wonderful.
Thank you for
Nice to
joining
see
us.
you. You're
You too.
welcome. It's my privilege to see you guys. Thank
We
you.
are so excited to have you on the show today.
Me too. I'm excited to be here. Anytime I get to talk to people that are inspiring and motivated makes me happy. Can you hear me
Yes.
okay?
Oh,
Yes, yes,
yes.
yes. Everything is perfect.
Okay, good.
So here's the first thing we want to know from you.
Okay?
So you are an honoree in Empowered Magazine.
Yes.
What does it feel like to have your story featured in the magazine?
Well, it's just so nice to have a forum where women are celebrated and where women are heard and where women are appreciated. It's just nice when anybody gets that kind of appreciation, but especially to see these powerful women come together and collaborate and connect with each other. It was just so inspiring for me just to be in a room full of women that want to lift each other up. That for me is something that I have been waiting to see all my life, because a lot of times women don't bring each other up, and to see this
Absolutely.
group of women willing to shine the light on each other. Because I have a daughter. I have three boys and a girl, and I was really excited to have a girl. But one thing I wanted to make sure was I wanted to have a girl that was confident, confident in her own skin, and that appreciated other girls and understood that her beauty, her light is not going to be affected by anybody else. You're going to shine all by yourself. And I try to tell her, just imagine you in a dark room and you have a bright light. Your light is not going to shine any more brighter or dim just because somebody's light is shining as well. In fact, it's going to make the whole room brighter if everybody's light is shining.
Yes.
So I try to teach her that it's good to be collaborative, especially with women, and it's good to make sure that everybody's going to have that light, and just recognize what your light is and what you're special, what's special about you, because everybody has that, and that's what you focus on. And it's not about, like I said, your light's not dependent. Like, you're beautiful all by yourself,
Yes.
right? Your
Okay,
beauty
I like
doesn't
that.
take away from my beauty,
Absolutely not.
right?
Not on
It's
any
just
day.
that's just
No.
Mm-mm,
beauty all by
mm-mm.
yourself. And that's what I try to tell. I was Girl Scout leader for 6 years because I wanted my daughters to be around a group of friends that valued each other for
Hmm.
what was beautiful about each of them and what was special about each of them. Because when we can focus on what's special and good about each of us, then we won't have all that negativity surrounding us, right? I tell people, don't focus on what you wish you had or what you didn't have, but what you have, and then you're going to be a lot happier. I
Yes.
tell my kids that's the secret of happiness, not thinking about what you don't have, but being grateful for what you have.
True. True. Now, what would you like for me to call you? Which part of your name would you like for me to call you?
You can a lot of my people call me Dr. Melinda, but you
Okay.
can call me whatever you feel comfortable calling.
I'll call you Dr. Melinda. That's fine.
Okay.
All right. So now you have,
Do I need to ask for a special permission,
oh my
or can
gosh.
can can I call
Oh
you
my
Dr.
gosh.
Melinda too?
Chris, you could call me whatever you like.
Well, see, ha
Dr.
ha
Melinda, look, I have to often mute Chris and
Okay.
just put him down someplace because I don't know if you were listening earlier. We were going through your website and I was showing him different things on there and going through just all the different many wonderful services that you provide because you are like a superwoman and I consider
Yes.
you like a robot. You have to be with all that you do. Okay. I don't know how you do it all and you fit it all in. I have no clue. You don't have to tell us the secret to it, but it's amazing. All the things within your profile that are in here that you have accomplished.
No, do
All
the
the
whole
things
thing.
on
Do
the,
it the way you did it earlier.
I said, This kind.
Thank you.
That's how I did it. That's how I did it, which is amazing. I
Well, thank
mean,
you for your kind words. We
what?
never get where we're at by ourselves, right? We all need
Absolutely,
a
absolutely.
community of people that support us and love us. I stand on the shoulder of giants. I'm not here by myself. I'm here because I have a love of a family, a love of a mom, a faith in a higher creator. I have all of the support from people who believe in me, and and I love people. I just really, for me, I do good because I think that it's important for us to think about how we can be positive contributors to our community. And that's what motivates me to do well. And yeah, I work hard. That's just because I'm a young baby boomer, and that's the generation I came from. My parents didn't have a lot while we were growing up. So I really appreciated everything that I have. And I know that, I tell my kids, I'm going to give you everything you need, but you're going to have to work for everything you want. Right.
Right.
And
I
so
like that.
So I,
Yeah.
I I make them work hard because I need them to know the value of a dollar, right? Because we work hard for our money.
So
So I
now,
try to teach those values to my kids.
speaking of working hard,
Hmm.
I want to share this on the screen. Now, this is hard work right here.
Yeah,
This is hard work.
it
And
is.
because you do, and it said amateur bodybuilding, and I get the
Right.
respect that has to be given to those who are professional bodybuilders. So I respect that. However, for those of us who don't do any bodybuilding, I'm just saying you're a bodybuilder, okay?
Okay.
But I do get that we have to give professional bodybuilders their
Right.
respect. I do get that. However, this is a masterpiece right here.
Well,
Um,
it takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of
yes,
effort. When I started the one in the blue bikini, I was 57 years old when I started bodybuilding. And I will tell you that my motivation came from despair that I had because I had lost my father.
okay.
And my father was a great man. He was in the military, and he was just a gentleman that taught me great values and taught me how to love and just believed in me. And when I lost him, it was like a gut wrenching like pain, like a pain that I never felt before. And my friend who was a trainer, he said to me, I'm going to take your despair and we're going to focus on the strength of your body so that you're not so sad. And it worked. So I worked really hard. And there were some days when I tell you, I did not want to get up to exercise at 5:30 in the morning, but I needed to get up because I still worked full time. So this wasn't just this was something that I needed to do in addition to supporting my family and working hard. But for me, the reason why I think like I wasn't expecting to win and I didn't really care about winning, but I think one of the reasons why I won was that I didn't find myself competing with anybody else except myself, right?
Mhm.
Because I didn't do this for no one else. I really did this for me and to attribute to my daddy because he always said, if you want something, you got to work hard for it. You got to make the sacrifice. And for me, my despair, I wanted to turn it into something positive. So, I love cookies. That's my thing. I'm a cookie monster. And, I gave up sugar for 3 months. And that's a really big ask for a cookie monster, right?
Right.
But for me, it was important for me to reach my goal and to be disciplined. And when it was like, I think of it like a competition with myself. When you're like me against me, then you always win, right? So it don't matter who else is there on the stage. If you're just doing this for yourself and nobody else, and you don't even really care who's there,
Right.
because I wasn't there for to like win the competition. I was there to get out of my despair for losing my dad. And that's what that's what gave me that confidence. And I worked really hard. Like I have arthritis. I'm old, okay? I'm 59. I have arthritis in my hands, in my wrists, in my neck, and in my knees. And I was still able to be a fitness champion. But that's because I got the right trainers involved. I eat the right foods. I do balanced hormones, right? So I literally slowed down my aging process with the bioidentical hormones, and that's what I do. I don't like super dope with drugs or nothing like that. It's all natural, but it's a lot of work. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, sometimes I didn't like myself because you get hangry, right? You just, it's like it's not. But it was something that was important for me to do, and I'm proud that I was able to work really hard and reach that goal. But like I said, if you put your mind to it, you can get there, right? But it takes a lot of discipline. I'm not gonna lie.
So now this is on your website, and this is the bioidentical hormone therapy that you were just speaking about.
Yeah, that's what I do. So I help people with weight loss, and I focus on quality of life issues. So that's sleep, energy, mood, sex, stamina, weight, hair, and skin. Because I'm just trying to keep people stronger as we get older. Because
I just want to ask
I'm
a question. I need
sure.
I need to get in there.
Yeah,
I need
come
to get
on,
in there.
come on.
What I need for you to do is I need to see you do the balance thing. I need for you to just pump the brakes on mine. Just stop my just stop me from aging. Like can the rest of me catch up? That's all.
Yeah,
'Cause, yeah.
it's I would tell you that like a transformation can occur for people. That's why I say I didn't start bodybuilding until 57. Like some people would say, that's too late. But I proved to you that it's never too late. And everybody's goals are going to be different. If you just say, you know what, I want to fit into my favorite jeans, that's a goal, right? If you say, you know what, I want to wear a shirt that I feel comfortable in that I could tuck in instead of tuck out, that's your goal. Everybody has a goal that they want, and that's what you go for. And you shouldn't ever compare yourself to anybody else, right? Because then that's when you never win, right? Because you're
No,
always
never,
going to fight.
never.
Never. And that's why I say if it's Chris against Chris, Chris always wins, right?
Yeah, but half the time I'm cheating. I want to actually do it legitimately this time.
Yeah. Where do you live?
I'm in Arizona. I'm in
Okay, I have a
Arizona.
lot of patients from Arizona.
Yeah, I'm in
You guys,
Arizona.
you're a quick $59 Southwest flight to me.
Oh, well, and Dr. Melinda is so funny because what was it, 2 shows ago,
Mhm.
I was discussing about with hormones because I'm in full menopause, and I was talking about how I thought I lost my mind.
Yeah,
Uh,
you do. You feel like it.
Man, and I don't want to do the traditional, the synthetic stuff and all of that
Right.
type of thing. I'm trying to do something different. And over here, yeah, really, I was almost getting ready to commit myself to a mental hospital. I told them I was was very forthcoming with the audience out here because I know other women are going through it. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah, most definitely.
And there was no one for me to talk to. And I'm like, this is crazy. I thought I was losing my mind, my entire mind.
Well,
And the
come
sweetest one
over.
here,
Come on over.
I am going to come over.
Yeah, I
We're going to
take care of you.
do a double flight over there, Chris, and
Come
we're just
on.
going to take care of it
Let's
together.
go.
Wait,
We'll
wait.
do
What'd
a
you say,
we'll
Chris?
do a
About what?
2-for-1 right now. We do a 2-for-1.
There,
And
bam,
I
bam.
tend and I
Look,
tend to be, just so you know, I tend to be on the affordable side because for me it's important. I take care of a lot of military teachers, people that don't have a lot of disposable income. So for me, I just want to make sure that I'm giving quality care. And I used to work in a free clinic, in a homeless clinic. So I didn't
Oh,
even take money
wow.
from people. And now I'm doing this concierge care. And I tell you, I'm doing the care that I'm doing because I needed to take care of myself, right? And when I took care of myself, I realized that I was a better provider for my kids and my family, right? When you're in a better place, everybody around you is affected by that. And that's what I care
That's
about.
true. That's
So for
true.
me,
okay.
I wasn't in a good place when I was 47 and I gained weight and I was moody and I didn't like myself. When you don't like yourself, you're not gonna like other people around you, right? Is
True.
that's just the way
That's
it
true.
happens.
Yeah.
But that was because my hormones were out of balance. So I was like PMSing all the time and nobody wants to feel like that.
And
So
nobody wants to be around you when you're like that.
no, nobody wants that. And so for me, I needed to get help. And because I was able to help myself, that's how come I'm able to help other people, right? Like I was able to lose weight. I was losing my hair. I got all my hair back. I don't have no extensions or nothing. This is because my hormones are good. But when my hormones weren't good, I was losing my hair. I was getting bigger around the belly. I wasn't in a good mood. You know what I mean? And it's not fair to be like that. It's not fair for your family or people that care about you, especially for yourself.
Well, and I'm sorry, and I saw on your page also on here under the mental wellness,
Yes.
supporting the brain function and optimal
Yeah.
health, the mood issue, traumatic brain injury.
Yeah, I take care of all of that.
I mean, and the PTSD, like
Yes.
you don't see these type of things where you see aging and wellness, where you see
Yes,
No.
beauty
exactly.
things.
Yeah, you don't.
You don't see this.
No, but
This
it's
is
so
so
important.
rare.
It's so important what's going on with your mind because it affects your body. And people don't understand that there's a mind-body connection. So
Yeah.
you can't forget that. And it is not about just taking Prozac and antidepressants. You're looking at the root cause of disease. And for women, when they go through hormonal changes, and men too, that's why they call it menopause. You know,
See,
the men
see,
go through changes too.
I,
Men,
I told you.
yeah, I'm telling you, when men's testosterone levels, it has to be like Goldilocks. It's got to be just right. If they got too little testosterone or they got too much testosterone, they're gonna be grumpy.
Hmm.
That's the grumpy old man syndrome right there.
Nobody talks about when men go through that.
No, men go through it
Nobody.
too. I have men who have hot flashes. I have men who get moody, but they don't. They just end up buying a fast car and driving away.
Yeah,
They
and
don't.
a
That's
fast
how they
woman.
deal with it. They go on
Yeah.
a motorcycle, or they go on a trip. You know, they go
Okay, Dr.
fishing.
Melinda, you ain't got to tell everybody my business. Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
it's like she's sitting
they
there
go
going,
fishing.
fast
You know,
car,
they
fast.
do something.
She got
Yeah.
all my business in the street.
Yeah, but I'm just telling you. But that's just normal. That's just what happens. But the thing is people don't understand when you could look at the root cause, when you could see what the problem is, then you fix that, then everything else gets better. And we're talking. I use the plant-based natural hormones. And then I have supplements that can keep you stronger, that can help with brain function, that can help with anxiety, depression, insomnia. Like when the hormones start changing, all of a sudden people don't sleep well.
Right. Right.
And that's not fair. And if you don't sleep well, you're not going to have a good day no matter how hard you try. You're just going to be tired. And people don't understand, if they don't sleep well, they're just going to be tired. And then if you don't sleep well, you can't lose weight. So people that don't get good sleep, they can't lose weight. And also there's a study that shows that if you don't get solid sleep, like people they get less than 5.5 hours sleep, they can live 8 years less. 8 years less, almost a decade. And with COVID, they changed the life expectancy. The average life expectancy decreased by 3 years. So when it used to be 78 years old was the average life, now 75. And
After having COVID.
yeah, well, just across the United States. And for African Americans, that life expectancy is less than that.
You know.
So it's all, we got to do what we can. We got to do what we can to stay stronger and stay healthy. So that's why I'm trying to do what I can.
I'm calling Southwest.
I was just getting ready to say
I'm
we
on the
got to
phone.
get on.
I'm down in Southwest now.
Yeah, go ahead. Go Southwest.
We got to
Get
get
your
on some
ticket.
regular plans
I'm gonna
over
take
there.
care of both of you guys. We're gonna do a 2-for-1 for the weight loss because you guys come out here. I'm gonna deduct what you pay on your plane ticket to come and see me, okay? Because that's how much I want to help you.
Yes, Lord.
Yes, thank you. Yes, we got to coordinate that money.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah,
I'm
because
so
this
serious.
is real.
And here's the thing, because you all know I'm always about, like, we got to spread the word and everything. And I'm about mind, body, soul, spirit.
Right.
And when I hear doctors who are about that and who get it, not about band-aids, who are about the root cure, I want other people to know. And so that's
Right.
why I'm like, when I was reading through this, and I'm telling you, when Chris also, and you talk about the mind also, and you're talking about beauty. Yes, you're talking about external, and you
But that's
start talking about
external.
internal.
Yeah. Everybody
I'm
always, I
with
tell
it.
you, everybody always looks better and feel better if you're healthy.
Yes.
If you come from a place of health, I promise you 100%. That's why I like to come from the inside out. You're always going to look better. And most important, you're going to be healthier. And somebody that's healthier, you're going to, it's going to be better all the way around.
But it's just
Promise you.
rare to see a doctor who
Right, a doctor.
Mhm.
encompasses all of it.
Well, because I
Mm.
had to walk the walk, you know? You know
And
that
that's the
saying, you
thing.
just can't talk the talk. You got to walk the walk. My patients, if they see me and I'm a hot mess, do you think they're going to believe in me? You think they're going to trust me? Right? I had
That
a
does
Right.
make
patient.
sense. That
I
does
had
make
this. I
sense.
had this lady. Bless her heart. She was an older African American lady, and she said, "Girl, I've been looking for you for 10 years." She said that she could not lose weight for 10 years. I should have her on the show. And she told me that for the first time, she found help through me, and it was because I helped her change her relationship with food, for one, and two, I
Mhm.
really believed in her. And I said, I believed in you and I knew that you could do this. And she said, no, it was because she believed in me that I believed in her. Wasn't that crazy?
Mm.
It wasn't that, it wasn't that she had confidence in herself, but she saw that I had confidence in her.
Yeah.
And that's what made her say, you know what, I could do this. So sometimes my daddy always used to say, sometimes when you can't do something for yourself, you do it for others, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that makes it easier. So she was telling me because she really felt authentically that I wanted to help her, because I'm very like authentic and caring about people. They know that I want to help, right? She said that's what motivated her. There was the first time that she had a doctor that like cared about her and knew that she was going to be okay, and that I was coming from the root cause. And it wasn't just I'm gonna give her a shot to lose weight. And she looks so good. I gotta tell you. And the most important thing is that her mind is more clear, and
Right.
she's confident, right?
And you knew she would be okay.
And I knew she would be okay. But
Yeah.
sometimes people don't believe in that, and that's why they give up, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Easy to
Absolutely.
give up if you don't see results. So I had to, you just have to know. I mean, I've been a doctor. I went to medical school 30 years ago. I've been a doctor in my town for 25 years.
Hmm.
So thousands, I see literally thousands of patients. So one thing I know is people, right? And the one thing I think that I could say that I'm very proud to say is that people know I care about them. And and I think, and I'm not sure if it was Maya Angelou that first said it, but there's that saying that people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care.
Yes.
You heard about
Mhm,
that?
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah.
And I learned, I believe that because I had, my mentor had told me that when I was in medical school. And it really changed the way I saw people,
Yeah.
right? And I really wanted to make sure that people knew that, sometimes when you don't believe in yourself and you can't do something, but you see that somebody really believes in you, that's how you get things done, right?
True.
Sometimes we just need that motivation from wherever
Mhm.
that comes from. Whether it's God or your big brother, people need that, right?
Well, yeah,
Absolutely.
it's definitely part of the program. Definitely.
Yeah.
So I have a question. When in the medical, in what you do, what are your views and with steroids and the damage that it does to the body? And I guess, is there a way to correct that or
Well,
not?
I see a lot of people that have abused steroids, um, because I come from a place of health. Depending on how much damage you already did, sometimes it's hard to come from there. But the thing is that you can always be better from where you're at, right? You can
I
always
wish
be
I'd
better
known this
from
earlier.
right? You can be
Yeah.
better from where you're at. And that's what I tell people. Don't be afraid to be better just because you messed up.
And I don't mean
Otherwise,
like the bodybuilding type, but I mean like the medical type that they give.
oh, you're talking about like prednisone.
Yes.
Yeah, that could really mess you up because the steroids, long acting prednisone, can cause ulcers, can cause glaucoma. So when you have stuff like that already happen, it can cause your skin to be thin, and then you have you bruise easily. Yeah, that can happen. You're talking about the prednisone type.
Yeah.
Yeah, because some people that have autoimmune disease or rheumatoid arthritis or a chronic pain, you have to do that. The one thing that I have to say is that do they really need to be on those steroids, right? Are they just treating something that they don't know how else to treat? They don't have an alternative. So what I do is I give alternatives to the steroids. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So
What
that you
kind of
can be better.
alternatives?
Well, it just depends on what the cause is. So
Right, right.
this is not like um, cookie cutter medicine, right?
Okay.
Everybody gets treated differently based on what they need, what illness they have, what's their labs, what their goals are. This is very personalized medicine. But I've been successful in helping people get off of or reduce antidepressants, steroids, blood pressure medicine, cholesterol medicine, and diabetes medicine. I've been able to reduce or remove them,
See, I
right?
needed that. We should have had this show like yesterday.
Yeah.
No, no, and
Come
I
on,
mean
let's
this very
go.
seriously,
Come
Doctor.
on. Come on,
Dr.
let's
Melinda,
go.
I
That's what I'm
just
telling you. Come on,
this
let's go.
morning, I just at 9 o'clock this morning, I just had my first shot in my hip
Of what?
for it was lidocaine and it's something mixed with the steroid
Okay.
because of something with my hip. Well, they
Mm-hmm.
Right.
said there's nothing wrong with my hip. It's not damaged. It's just inflamed.
Okay. Well, we could decrease your inflammation in a lot other ways than doing that.
Well, that's
But
what I
let me
said. I'm
come.
like,
You have to come and see me though,
oh
so I
no,
can
I'm
take
gonna
care of
come.
you.
No, no, I'm gonna come. I promise you that after I get this show under my belt
Mm-hmm.
in November, December, I'm gonna make my way out there.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah, I have a major event that I can't walk out on now, but definitely once this gets done, I'm gonna make arrangements to come out there.
I'm
Well,
gonna take care of
I'm
you.
gonna come before that. I'll be there before that.
There you
Um,
go. Come
but
on.
here's another question: how do you balance it all? How do you find balance? Because I know you have a family. I know you have all these obligations business wise, and then the actual patients. Because you're given all this care and concern. How do you find balance in between it all?
You know, we have to find what gives us strength, right? We have to find in ourselves what like fills up our tank. And I will tell you, finding the balance between my personal and professional life has been a long endeavor for me. Sometimes I do all right, sometimes I don't. I'm going to tell you. Sometimes things get sacrificed because you can you can have everything, but sometimes you can't have everything all at once. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
So
Mhm.
sometimes some things have to get compromised, right? But you have to know what is in your life that's non negotiable. Like for me, I have 4 kids. It was important for me that they know that they were the most important things in my life. So I always worked part time, right? I didn't have to work full time. I chose to work part time so I could be Girl Scouts troop leader, so I could be soccer mom. And those were the sacrifices that I made so that I could manage my time with my family and work. Because if you're all work, family gets compromised too much. Now, maybe some days families might get compromised, but it can't be every day. Because if it's every day, then something's going to happen with your family, right?
right.
So you have to know what it is that's like non-negotiable. Like it was not negotiable for me not to see my kid get an award or go to, a special event, right? So my work schedule had to compromise to do that, right? But if I had a special thing at work, like, coming to your podcast or something like that, well, then maybe I might miss dinner that night. But that doesn't mean I'm going to miss dinner every night, right?
Right,
So
right.
you have to like be able to know when to make choices that are going to be okay with your family and work without compromising either of them too much. But sometimes when you do that, though, you end up compromising yourself, right? So you
Yes.
have to do self-care. And I haven't been, I'm going to be honest with you, I haven't been the best with self-care. I learned that later in life because I just had too many obligations. So I had to learn how to say no, which I wasn't good at doing until I was 45. I'm not going to lie to you. All right. But so what ended up happening was I got hurt. My my personal stuff was not good. That's why at 47 I was burnt out and I was overweight. My hair was falling out and my hormones were all unbalanced, right? So I had to find myself back again. So it's not like people don't understand. Like people say, "Oh wow, you're so successful, you do all that," but it's not without sacrifice,
Right.
right? And you're just gonna have to know. You're just gonna have to keep, um, just know what's important to you, and you're making the right choices. But sometimes something you can't have everything all at once. Is what I'm trying to say. Does that make sense?
Yes.
You can have everything, but not all at once. So I want to be, I want to be like realistic about that. Like when it was time for me to compete and do that competition, okay, that was really hard on my family because I didn't eat what they ate for 2 weeks, even a month. And that's not fun for people that are with you, that you don't partake in whatever their food and their celebrate. I'm Filipino. We celebrate life with food, right? So I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna eat my favorite Filipino food, but just during that time, for 3 months before my competition, I didn't. So I made the sacrifice, but I that was the agreement that I made with myself, that if I was gonna do this, I was gonna be all in. Does that make sense?
Right.
Otherwise, why even play for me, right?
True.
Okay.
True.
But
True.
that's just me. I'm gonna be
Okay.
all in. So when I'm with my patient, I'm all in. I care about people. They know that when I'm with them, I'm invested in their health. I'm present with them. Being present and mindful is important in all aspects of your life. So when I'm with my patient, I'm not looking on my phone. I'm not like daydreaming. I'm with my patient and I'm trying to help that person, right? But when I spend time with my family, I'm not like when we have dinner, we have no phones on the table. Okay?
Hmm.
Because we
Mm.
gotta be
Okay.
present with the kids. We gotta be present. We have no TV on. We have no radio on, no music on. You know why? Because that's the time for us to communicate and connect, right? It drives me crazy when you go to a nice restaurant and you see people sitting right across from each other, texting each other. Why you even go out, right?
True. Very true. Very
I mean,
true. I'm
you put
guilty.
that phone away. You need to connect with each other. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that you have to make certain sacrifices to get what you want, right? And I always tell my kids it's not always easy, but it's always worth it, right? The best things in life are going to take work, going to take effort, and it's not going to be easy. If you know that ahead of time, then you're going to have that expectation so you don't beat yourself up if you don't get what you want the first time,
Right.
right? Because you all know it's not how many times you fall, it's how many times you get up,
Get up.
Sometimes you get
right?
up. That's it.
How many
Absolutely.
times you get up. That's what matters.
Hmm.
So for
Absolutely.
me, and I've been blessed with, I'm very grateful in my life because I've been blessed with love and support, and I have a really good attitude, right? Where I don't beat myself up if I don't get what I want all the time, right? I'm gonna work for it though. I'm gonna work for it. But sometimes you just don't get everything you want all the time. But if you want it, you're gonna work hard enough to get it, right?
Okay. Yeah. That's
And
true.
so
That is very true.
Hmm.
yeah, so for me it's just all about, I guess when you're trying to balance things, it's just about knowing what your non-negotiables are, be willing to compromise and make sacrifices, right? But
Right.
along the way, don't forget about self-care. That was the one thing that I learned a little bit too late. But I made up for it. Look, I made up for it, and I'm good now, right? I
Right.
made up for
Yeah,
it.
you good now. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I'm
good
good.
now.
Yeah, it took me a bit. I'm 59, so it took me a bit.
I wouldn't be telling folks that because you don't look it.
But that's okay. I feel like I want to celebrate because there is ageism, right? Where people how do you say, they will criticize people because our this country doesn't like people that are older. They
Yes,
they want, you know, like, they sometimes discriminate against age,
absolutely.
and I don't want that. So that's
Hmm.
why I'm proud of saying how old I am, because I want people to know that you could live better, you could
Hmm.
live stronger, and
Hmm.
it's okay. It's, you just, but you have to work for it though. I mean, there's a lot that I do for all this, right? I gotta eat well, I gotta exercise, I gotta sleep, I gotta balance my hormones, I gotta pray, I gotta meditate.
Right,
There's a lot of
Yeah,
right.
things
yeah,
that you
yeah.
do. It's not just like one thing, you know.
And that's okay. It's
Yeah,
okay. Yeah,
Everything I've heard, it seems like everything that you're working on is truly one key word in the whole thing, and that's balance.
right.
yeah.
I
Everything
grew
I've
up with,
heard comes
yeah.
back to balance.
Hmm.
Mm.
What's the next thing on I guess, on the next thing on the plateau, or the next thing on the mission for you to accomplish?
Well, I would like to I'm I would like to write a book called Stronger at 60.
Okay.
So that's my goal. I hope I could do that. And that's what I'd like to do. So I could celebrate people getting older. I want to look at how different cultures celebrate people that are older, because I want this country to appreciate people as they get older. The reason why in other countries people live to over 100 and they're stronger is because they feel a value in their community. They feel a purpose, right?
Hmm.
And when you have somebody in a nursing home, there's no purpose for them. That's no way to live.
They're there to die.
So for me, I want to keep stronger, and I want to celebrate life, because as I get older, it's important to me. And I just want to still help as many people as I can, and let people know that it's never too late, really. I mean, if I could start bodybuilding at 57, what can you do, right?
True.
And your goal doesn't have to be being a master's fitness champion. It could just be like feeling comfortable in your clothes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It could be, decreasing your blood pressure medicine, right?
Whatever the goal is.
Whatever the goal is. But
Whatever
everybody
it
needs to
is.
figure that is. That's going to be personal, right? That's
Yeah.
personal. But I help people get there.
Well, I have this question for you. Do you feel empowered right now?
I am so empowered with you guys. Look at you, making me feel all inspired. And I think the one good thing is that you remind me, when you ask me those questions, you remind me of why I'm doing what I'm doing. And that's what empowerment is, right? Empowerment is feeling comfortable in your own skin and understanding what makes you want to get up in the morning, and what makes you feel
Yes.
stronger emotionally, physically, spiritually, right? That's what
Yes.
Mm.
empowerment is. And all of us are empowered by people like you. And I thank you for having a forum for us to celebrate each other. So thank you so much for having me on the show. It's really my privilege. I really feel like, I'm doing God's work, and I feel very privileged to be here. So thank you for that.
We appreciate you being here. We want to make sure that everyone knows that Empowerment Magazine, they're always looking for women such as yourself. And that every quarter, the magazine is looking to highlight more people that are accomplished, women like you and many others. And so if you know someone everyone that's listening out there, if you know someone, to please go to the website and nominate them. That's running across the bottom, that www.empowermentmagazine.com. Go and nominate another amazing woman, just like Dr. Melinda Silva, or one of the other amazing honorees that have been on the show. We want to make sure that you do, because they are empowered and they enjoy empowering other women that are out there in the community doing amazing, amazing things. Dr. Melinda, we want to thank you so much for taking the time to come on with us.
Definitely.
And
Yes, thank
on
you.
the personal side, I'll be seeing you
I'm
in
gonna see you
California.
too.
Oh
Absolutely.
no, I'm gonna be there.
Okay.
I think this
I'm gonna
show
hold your word
survives.
for it. I'm gonna take your word for it.
My
You
word
got
is
it.
my bond. My word
That's
is
it.
my
That's
There
all
you
I
bond.
got.
go.
I'm too broke to have money, so yeah, all I got is my word. you know,
Thank
it.
you. Go
Thank
Thank
ahead,
you.
sir.
you very
Bye bye.
much.
Thank
Bye
you
bye.
so much. You have a good evening.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye. That was a very, very, very another great show. Another
No,
great
great
show.
show.
Um, I'm, I just continue to be impressed, and I'm not impressed very easily.
Mm-mm.
I'm not
But
impressed very
but I
easily.
like everything that she's doing is about balance.
Absolutely, and the fact
Everything.
again, and I have a couple doctors like that. I do. I'm with all the illnesses that I have. I'm very particular about my doctors. Very, very particular about my doctors.
Mm.
Like, I don't go for the bullshit, and they have to be more than just trying to. You're just my doctor, like, because I got a lot of shit going on,
Mm.
and and my mind is important, my body's important, the spirit and all that, because one thing goes off and I'm off to the races.
Right. Here we off the reservation. Just off to the races. Yeah.
Right. And being able to recognize the fact of, if my spirit is not, kind of together with it. This is actually a doctor right here. Hold on one second. Hello. This is no, this is Moni.
So this is exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Balance. We're taking care of everything we have to take care of.
You
A
are so
lot of stuff goes on behind the scenes that y'all have no clue about. How much we also here have to put to the side. We have to move around. Um, Interesting situation. I got a little quiet there when the doctor spoke about nursing home and recovery and all that. My wife is currently in a care facility. We're going to have her home soon. She broke her ankle, but she is my center of empowerment. So that just kind of touched me for a moment. Then you have Moni, who is going through everything under the sun, and we still find a way and make time to get here every week
all right.
so
I'm
that
back with you
we can
guys.
empower you guys. So when you see empowerment, don't just think the empowerment is the people that we are bringing on. The lady that sits across from me is also empowering in her own way, and it takes a lot of self empowerment to surround yourself with other people like that. So I applaud my boss, my co-host, the mighty Bawana, who sits across from me every week and makes this show happen. Because all I
Are you
do is
talking
come
about
in and
me?
pick up. Now,
Are you
see what
talking about me?
the street side of me would say, no, I ain't talking about you, mind your business. But
You,
but what I'm doing is I'm explaining to the people how empowerment works, and the fact that you have surrounded yourself around these empowered women, and you yourself are empowered. So before you jumped in, before you had a phone call. I was trying not to be rude,
that was a
but
doctor. That
no,
was a
no,
doctor
that's
calling.
see, y'all. This is why this show works the way it does. Because I'm sitting up here trying to give her flowers, trying to give her
I
little
just
garden and whatnot. And the first
thank
thing,
you.
instead of her sitting back there and just being quiet and blending
It is
into the
a
conversation,
talk show, so I was trying to talk
so
to
you were
you.
talking, okay. And when you have a talk show, people are listening. You could have just slid in there and let me finish what I was saying. You understand, ladies and gentlemen? This compliment has been preempted for whatever the reason. So I'll take my compliment. It's still on the table because I believe in her. All right. So I'm gonna turn it back over to that one over there. I'm gonna turn it back. Yeah, she got it. There, go you. Yeah. Okay.
Well, okay.
Mm-mm.
Well, Well, thank you. I didn't get to hear it.
No, and they didn't get to hear all of it, but that's fine. We,
Well,
you know,
continue on. I didn't know you were talking about me.
yeah,
I
but
was
you didn't have
trying
to
to.
come on with you're talking about, you know. Sometimes quiet is better. Then you might have heard the whole thing. You take
I can still
meat
listen,
on
but
one side out talking about, is it done yet? No, it's not done. The other half need to, you know, that's all right. It's all right. I got you.
it's
I
fine.
got you. I
Well,
got you.
thank you, Chris. Yeah, Merry Christmas. I was just trying to, talk on my show, but there we go. Thank you. He loves me.
Oh no, I do love you. I mean, I would say that public. I do love you. I have the utmost respect for you. Matter of fact,
Catherine says he was totally complimenting you. Thank you, Catherine.
no, I mean, because you know that's how we officially met. You know, somebody saying something about you that was out of their face wrong, and I had to go and correct them about it, like post haste. So yes, you know, I'm not gonna let nobody speak bad about you. You know, not when you're not wrong, and I'm not gonna let them talk about you when you're wrong too loud either. That's
Well,
not.
when am I ever wrong? When am I ever
Okay,
wrong?
go back and play that over again. And
I mean, it's really a rarity when I'm wrong. I mean, it's just rare. I only because I rarely speak when I'm wrong. That's just I make mistakes. And I'm saying I don't make mistakes. I just rarely speak if I don't know what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm
ladies and
saying.
gentlemen, did you just notice that halo that just flickered on for a moment? It was over there on her side of the screen. It flickered on for a moment. It might have a short in it, but I saw it. It flickered on. Okay, the halo.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying. But guys, look, it's been an amazing show. I forgot to ask her about the O shot. Oh my gosh. I forgot to ask her
Wait
about
a
the
minute.
O
We
shot.
spent two
I
hours,
forgot to
but
ask
you
her about the
explaining to me
O
what the old
shot.
shot was and all the other stuff. And yeah,
I
and
forgot to
you know
ask
what?
her about
And
the
it
O
wasn't my
shot.
place to ask her. I just wasn't going to ask her. No, I wasn't going to ask her.
I
I
forgot
forgot
to
about it,
ask
but I
her
definitely
about
wasn't
the
going to
O
ask her
shot.
about it. But you can call her back though.
I
Hey
could.
doc,
I
about this
could.
old shot.
I could. So I meant to ask Dr. Melinda if she did the O shot. And for those of you who don't know, the O shot is the orgasm shot that they do. If you are still on there and listening, do you do the O shot there at your location? Um, I'm just wondering. Only because in all the services there, I just wondered if you also did the O shot because I saw libido stuff, and then thinking within menopause things, I just wondered if you also offered the O shot. Just wondering. I wrote it down and I had it covered up by the Empowerment magazine. I had it covered up. Jiminy Christmas. My
Yep,
bad. I did. I meant to
that's
ask
it.
if she did the O shot. Ugh. I'll find out though when I go see her. I will find out. And when I talk to her again, I'll find out if she does the O shot. And I'll report back for those of you who would like to know.
If
But
she comes back with an extra smile on her face, you'll be like, oh yes.
you know what? You know what? But an amazing show. I hope you guys did learn a lot of information there. It seems like a very dynamic woman, as all of our guests have been dynamic. Don't let me even try and lessen one above the other because that's just not even it. But the fact of all the things that she provides, let me go back over here and show some of this right quick, just in case anybody came in a little late on any of that. Let me please do.
You're into the world of sight and sound.
Here we go. So the well, let's go down just to the even the you got the peptide therapy, libido, and sexual health concerns. So this is where I was thinking maybe an O shot would be covered in there. That's where I thought it might have been.
Okay.
That would make sense possibly. And traumatic brain injury things, uh, post traumatic stress disorder, mood issues, depression, anxiety, all of that, male hormone therapy, which people never freaking talk about, female hormone stuff, menopause.
It's not
The
menopause. It's men on pause.
Okay,
Thank
climax. Yeah, okay. Okay, climax. Whatever. Weight loss, Botox and fillers, cool sculpting. What's that? How you put that? M sculpting, which for that, which I found interesting reading about on there. That is what is M sculpting, Neo. It reduces fat by 30% and increases muscle by 20%, 25% on average. How about that? You can sculpt your abdomen, buttocks, arms, and legs. Look at that. How about that?
That'll work.
Look at that. Look at that.
But you can only have a body mass index of 35.
Is that what that said?
But then the
Oh, yeah, it
patient's
does.
up to. So I guess my body mass index of 51 just won't make it okay.
Well,
You're going to push back from the table a while before you can come see me.
yeah, you got to have some other stuff done first. So
Yeah.
that's okay. It's goals. It's called goals. You got goals and you work up to
Mm,
it. Work up to it. You got a long list of things and you just work across and get to it.
yeah,
That's what
that's
you
good.
do.
I'm going to look at it. Yeah,
That's
you
what you
know.
do.
But when she said something about Cookie Monster, I just felt the urge to just kind of, but I just know, no, Cookie Monster going to be good today. He going to be good. No
And
more,
it's
no
funny
Cookie
how she
Monster.
said cookie because when I went to McDonald's today and over here, and I'm probably the reason why they don't do it anymore. They have a sign up there where, oh, if we don't ask you about our rewards thing, you get a free cookie or apple pie, whatever, whatever. And this McDonald's over here, they don't never ask you ever. So I'm
I'm
always
sorry,
like,
what's the address to the McDonald's?
huh?
What's the address to that McDonald's? Because if they not asking, I'm going to go too. What's it?
Well, listen to the story. And so they were like, oh, can you pull around because they weren't ready with the food or whatever. I'm like, oh, can you throw my cookie in there because they didn't ask. And he's like, oh, we don't do that anymore. I'm like, y'all got two big signs out there to say y'all do. He's like, yeah, we don't do that anymore. You got two big signs that say you do.
And at that point, I would have taken my iPhone 14 Pro Max and I would have went out there and taken a whole
Okay, now
video.
you're showing out. It's time to go. Now you're
Well,
showing out.
well, I'm just letting you know that I wanted to get it in full color. That's all.
Now you're showing out. So
Why? Because I was going to take the picture.
now you're showing out. Completely
But
showing out.
why? Because I was going to take the picture to sign.
Mhm. Now he's showing out. But he knows they were there. He knows they were there. He told me they're there, but we don't do it anymore because we have given away too many cookies. We gave away all
Stop
the damn
signs there,
cookies.
but we don't stop no more.
We
Really?
don't.
Really? That would have been my defense. Okay, stop signs there, but
Yeah,
it's okay. Don't pay attention to it. Mm.
we've given away all the cookies because we refuse to ask the question. How about you just do your job and ask the question and stop giving away the cookies?
How about call me up when you're ready to give away the cookies?
Either one of those things. So
Any one of them.
our guest next week is Miss Lori Denson. She'll be with us next week. That's who'll be with us next week on the 28th. How about that?
That'll work.
All right. And then we will keep it rolling from there. You have anybody you need to say goodbye to?
You know, I don't ever want to say goodbye to this person, but I do want to express my profound love for her and respect because, again, we're talking
Aw.
about, we're talking about empowerment, and my wife Ellen empowers me each and every day. So yes, I want to always be thankful for her. Thank you, darling. That's it.
All right, then. Guys, look, it has been another fabulous show. Thank you to our empowered honoree guest that we had, Dr. Melinda Silva. She came in and did the damn thing like a pro, dropped it on in, shook it on up, and just handled it. And we can't wait for our guest next week, Miss Lori Denson, to come on and give us something. And let's not forget last week's guest, Ms. Dorita Thomas with all that insurance information.
Mm-hmm. All of that insurance information.
That in Wait, I still got my note right here. That index universal life insurance.
Hmm.
Because if y'all didn't go and write that down from last week, something is wrong with you.
You can replay it back on Google, on
YouTube.
YouTube. YouTube, yes. Play it back.
For
It's informative.
your generational wealth.
And for those of
Platinum
you who are
tips
taking
that she
finance
gave you.
classes, see if you can get any extra credit for watching that YouTube video. Okay?
Absolutely.
Okay, for real.
Absolutely. Because she gave you all the platinum tips you ever need. If you're a gangster, your man a gangster, whatever, she gave you tips in there too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So many. And then the COVID information, what Dr. Melinda told us today about some COVID stuff, what Retta told us last week with COVID stuff, with insurance, what's going on. Just wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's madness. It's pure madness.
Yeah.
Pure madness. Yeah. But I love the fact that and see, for all the folks who sit out there, I'm not gonna mention anybody particular, but they talking about they can't find a good woman. We've got 90 good women now. Why you want to find them is on you, but you need to listen to them, because every one of these women has come on and dropped knowledge. They've actually put it on the table. They've actually laid it out. I mean, like ABCs. And all you have to do is pick it up. They're not trying to be bashful or shy about the information that they are giving us. And that is why they are empowered women.
They trying to be good aunties out here to you all. And what I mean by that, they're trying to be the elders and give you the information so that you can live by it and pass it on to those around you. That's what they're trying to do. So if you didn't watch the shows, go back and watch them. Going down to our YouTube channel, going down the mic and watch this series. And I'm not saying to watch it just so we can get the views. Nope. I'm saying to watch it because you need to watch it for yourselves, because each one of these women, and even the few ones that we had before the series started, the ones are, my goodness, all of them had some good information too. Like, we purposely picked the ones that we picked right before this series started. They were handpicked.
They're all handpicked, and they're all mostly people we have interacted with.
Yeah. So definitely. And the ones that we have coming up next month is just not stopping. So guys, look, we're going to get off of here and leave you. You ask me a question?
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go for it.
Do you feel empowered?
I actually do.
Do you feel you've empowered anybody today?
Absolutely. I believe I've opened the gates of empowerment.
All right. Now I'm going to finish saying what I was saying earlier.
All right.
You empower us every week. Okay. It's a strong woman that can empower other strong women. And it's a strong woman who can sit here week after week after week and use her platform to lift others. So when everything is said and done, I want to nominate you as my choice for an empowered woman, because you empower me every week to get on this show just to say, you're not on the level with my wife here, but you run the real, you pulling up from the real quick, okay? It's because it's a weekly thing, and it's a weekly thing that you do, where you sit down, you map it out, you make it happen, then you make that all important phone call, and like, this is what we doing. Okay, fine, we good. And
today's was scratch all that shit.
that was hilarious. I'm sitting here, just so that you know, I'm sitting in pain from this hip shot that I got. And I'm sitting here in pain, and I'm like, okay, I know Monique's depending on me. I got to get on the show. And I got the handler in the other room. All right, here's what's going on. We've got a new quarterback coming in, and the play has been changed, and da 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 da, and da 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 da. And that just went on for about 4 minutes. I promise you, people, 4 to 7 minutes. This went on back and forth, and all of a sudden, she says, she being the handler, says, "Hold it, scratch that shit." Per Moni. She threw that out there real quick. She said, "Per Moni." What? We're changing the play. Really? For the last 10 minutes, you've been telling me about this. Now we're changing the play. Oh, it was hilarious, y'all. And this play got changed. Literally, I promise you, as we were going on the air. I'm sitting over here for the first time and never. And I'm doing, Moni's over there typing, and I'm like, 7:58,
Yes.
6:58,
I said, keep me abreast, brother.
yeah,
Keep saying the times.
6:59, Moni, 7 o'clock. And then she hit the button for the intro, and we just rolled. But that's how this whole thing works. It's a lot of power that this lady over here holds in her hands in terms of trying to make this show work. And things come to us at the last minute. And I think you have to be quite empowered to be able to do that and be able to share it with other people. So I thank you. And there's no joke behind it. She's sitting there waiting for the punchline, y'all. It's dead serious. Dead serious.
No, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Because as soon as I click this off and I hit to save it to make sure that it is all saved and secure, all of this, and then I will be done. And I
No,
will.
you won't.
Yes, I
Because you
will.
know what happens after that.
Yes,
Okay,
he
see
will call
behind the
me.
scenes. After this goes off,
There'll
then
be
we do
another
a
meeting.
recap, right? There'll be another meeting
Mhm.
to discuss how bad I messed up or didn't, or whatever the case may be. Then we will go into planning next week's show. Real short meeting. This is what we having on. We get a bio next week. Talk to you later. Bye. Click. But the rest of it, yes, this is a weekly thing. Please don't think this happens on the spur of the moment, and please don't think that there's not any great forethought behind it, because this happens week after week after week. And I'm glad to be a part of it. So whenever you decide you want to put men on pause, make sure I'm not on that list of people that you put on pause.
Yeah, and yeah, yeah, yeah. Today was a rough day. It was a very rough day for me. However, I'm here. I'm grateful.
You
Um,
got through it.
absolutely, and I'm grateful. And
Moni, you can do it. Yes.
and I understood everything the doctor was saying. You know, you put priorities where they need to be, and you say F the rest of it, and that's how it is. You know, like I said, I'm looking at my drink over there, like, oh, so close but so far. It is what it is.
Gentlemen, I'm going to try and call her before she gets across the room. Because if I don't get her before she gets across the room, the rest is over.
Probably, probably, but these are all the true things. There's a lot that goes into it that I do, and I appreciate this brother. I appreciate Catherine. I appreciate Sally. I appreciate, excuse me, Sarah, who is working now. I appreciate La, who has a lot going on. I appreciate it. Other people who do some other things that are kind of off from this, and but I appreciate these people, even though they don't, they may not do this part of it, but they do some other things, you know, that I do appreciate. And Chris shows the fuck up. Okay, he's in, and now with the handler, he's here on time, and I can appreciate that. He no longer has to be cursed out before every show, and I am so grateful for that part right there. Yes.
I kind of like it too.
It doesn't it make it delightful now,
It
sir?
makes it
Look
so.
at
I
that.
can move my shoulders. I ain't
Look
got
at
you
that.
on my neck. Oh, it's wonderful.
Look at there. Look at there.
I'm all good.
You know, the handler is just priceless, you
Man.
know? And she became like, well, not the handler. Catherine became family when she got cussed out, the other day. When she laughing or something, I had to, give her family cue in, you know.
You
And she,
official now.
yeah, yeah. You're not official till you get that from me.
You get
You're
that
not
cuss out,
official.
right?
And she was happy. She was just tickled pink. She was tickled pink. Look at her. She said, "Oh, thank you." But it's all love. I do appreciate all the people who do behind the scenes and do the different things. It definitely takes a village, um, and nobody's getting paid here.
So what?
The check is not in the mail.
I fell for that lie.
The check is not in the mail, brother. Yet. It's
Mm.
not in the mail yet. It's not in the mail yet. And I know I said I was getting off, but just since since we're rambling right
All
now,
right, let me
we'll
get my
cut
scissors out. I gotta cut my coupons.
another week,
Another week.
another week, another week. But please believe that there will one day be a week that we now I'm gonna cut coupons forever, probably.
Right, right.
That's because that's just me. Why pay full price when I can go and get 6 of them for $5? I don't know. That's just me. Um,
See,
I'm
that's messed
still
up. All right, let me tell my dogs. Ray, Tigger, y'all gonna have to share your treats because we ain't getting another check this week.
nope. Sharon is Karen still.
Mm-hmm.
Sharon is Karen. So yes, it's been a great show. I do appreciate everyone. I am getting ready to get out of here. You can stay if you like in the darkness, but I'm going to roll on out. You guys, let's take this on out of here on one of our favorites, Mr. Anthony Frazier. Make sure and go check him out. Go check him out over on YouTube. He has hit, I know he's hit 30,000 streams on one of the platforms, 100,000 on the other. He is doing big things. He just got his piece of paper from Full Sail. I think in engineering, sound engineering. Don't quote me. Don't quote me. But I know it's from Full Sails. I think he got his bachelor's from someplace else. He's out here putting in work, honey, while he's making music. So
Mm-hmm.
don't sleep on him. He's out here doing big things. So that is it. That is it. And we will have Miss Lori Denson next week with us. And we're going to have some other information on here, which I was excited about talking about the voting. We will get that squeezed in here some way, somehow soon about what's going on with Sisterhood Extravaganza and their push that they're doing on voting registration and everything and those dates and whatnot. We will get that added on here for you guys because it's still very important what they're doing with that too. All
See,
right.
there you go. That's how that works. Get
Okay.
it in there.
Well, you guys, good night to everyone. You guys enjoy yourselves. Be safe out there. Go love somebody. Love yourself first and take care.
All right. Peace.
Peace.
Can we stop the arguing? Can we take a moment where we can calm down? It's just so exhausting. Swinging in the wind, going round and round. I know that we won't say sorry. You beg and I plead, but my heart can't beat until I feel the vibrations. I wanna give you vibrations. I know that we won't say sorry until I feel the vibrations. I wanna give you vibrations, baby. I see me addressing you. Let me put the smile right onto your face, tracing every inch of you. Using my tongue to find your happy place. I know that we can't play until I feel the vibration.